Okay, we are rolling. Welcome to Law Firm Revolution. We've got a really exciting video tonight on taking something that most of you who have a law practice or are part of a law firm, I'm going to share with you tonight a way to take your engagement proposal process from 25 steps down to one step, maybe two steps. Okay, let's get started. All right, I'm Matt Mercer, and this is Law Firm Revolution. Tonight, I'm going to do a screen share with you because I want to show you a state-of-the-art, revolutionary way to start doing your engagement proposals right after you finish an initial consult. I'm going to show you tonight, we're going to do a screen share here in just a few seconds. I'm going to walk you through what I call the online vending machine. Think about your law practice. You have different types of proposals, right? Maybe some of yours focus on different types of litigation. Some of your proposals may focus on drafting contracts or wills, and almost, if you can imagine, a digital vending machine sort of hanging on your website so that your clients can actually go to your website with a link and a secure temporary password that allows the prospective client to access their proposal and sign up right there. And it's like a shopping cart transaction. Take a look at this. You're going to love it. Look at an actual web page for a law firm. What we're going to do is I want to show you, there's up here on the navigation bar, there is a link here for how to hire us. Okay, now I'm going to click that. So the prospective client has just clicked the button on your home page, and now they come to your online vending machine. So just imagine that this is your vending machine. The first shelf, instead of having potato chips, and each of these being like a little button you could hit to make the potato chips fall down, these are lawsuits for this particular law firm. You may have different practice areas. You may have different types of engagement proposals. Maybe you do litigation, but you would name them differently. That's fine. These can be completely customized. The second shelf for this particular firm involves more transactional things in nature, maybe drafting a will, doing a complex contract drafting or contract review, etc. Imagine that this firm also, and by the way, these are live wired engagement proposals. So we're going to bore into one of these in just a minute. I want to take you all the way through the quick sign up process. So demand letters just happens to be another area, and then negotiations would be, for this particular firm, the fourth type of proposal. So there's a lot of customization that can go into these. The other thing is they're password protected. So if I click on this one right here, it's not going to let your competition come mine and see what you're charging for your business rates and your business terms. That's proprietary. That's your business. So without the password, if you don't give the person the password, they can't access the proposal. But by having all these buttons up here, you help cross-market. So maybe somebody came in and they only thought that they were going to get a will from you. But when they check out your online vending machine during the sign-up process, they later scroll down and they notice, wow, you do other things. You know, gosh, you could help with a collection lawsuit, etc. So it's a way of also sort of cross-marketing different services. But the password for this proposal will not open up this one. They are unique and they are temporary passwords. So I want to take you now, we're going to go into one of these proposals, and let's start with, let's see here. Let's do a small claims lawsuit. I'm going to click this button, and again, it's going to take us to having to put the password in. So the prospective client gets home, they check their inbox. Your legal secretary has already copied and pasted into an email and sent to the prospective client a very simple set of instructions. Hey, click this link, type in the password for your engagement proposal. Something along those lines. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to type in the password for this unique proposal. It is that simple, and now I'm going to hit this white arrow, and that will advance us through the password portal to the next screen. Okay, first of all, your pricing may be very different depending on your part of the country, but just imagine if this was your proposal for small claims lawsuit. This particular law firm, and this is an actual law firm, charges a retainer deposit that is, actually it's a non-refundable retainer fee, I should clarify. It's $39.75. It includes up here in the top the basic scope of what's included in the representation. It includes right here the hourly rates, okay? Clarifies here that third-party costs are not included, etc. The other thing I want you to see is that it incorporates additional terms below. Now, I'm not going to scroll down any further to show you the unique proprietary terms of this particular firm that are down below, but imagine if your own engagement letter, the one that you send through the mail or your traditional paper engagement letter, imagine if you have various general terms and conditions in there. Maybe you have, for example, an arbitration clause for your prospective client to consider. Maybe you have an interest-bearing provision, etc. Imagine if I were to scroll down, we customize your unique additional terms down here. They're incorporated here by reference, okay? And this can all be completely customized to your rates. What you would put up here may be very different. Okay, so let's click the Select This Engagement button. This is what your prospective client will do. They've gotten past the password screen, and you can see just how quick this can be. It's a simple online shopping experience. Here we go. Click. So we just click the Select This Engagement button. We are the prospective client, and now it is so easy for them to sign up. Now, this particular law firm, their online vending machine is designed to accommodate up to 2 clients. So you have client number 1 information that you see here, and then client number 2 if there are 2. So maybe it's husband and wife, maybe it's 2 brothers, maybe it's an LLC and the owner who happens to be a personal guarantor. So let's go ahead and we're going to put in, by the way, our Twitter handle. You should follow us on Twitter. Our handle is the little @ symbol, and then it's Law Firm Rev. That's R-E-V. Law Firm Rev, as in revolution, but Law Firm Rev. Okay, so somebody give me the name of a city that we can plug in here, and I want to show you how quick this is. So, by the way, it occurs to me that even though the single step for the engagement process is, when I say you go from 25 steps to 1, it's your legal secretary copying and pasting the template that has the link and the unique password for just this proposal, pasting it into an email for your client, and then hitting send. Boom. It's copy, paste, send. Boom. You could also, in theory, if it's more your style, have one of your staff members sit with the client in the conference room with an iPad, a tablet, or one of your office computers, and they could actually walk them through and help them fill this stuff in. So that's another option for some of you. Let's do an LLC, and I'm just going to make up a name. I hope this isn't a real LLC. Well, I'll put a third name in here. Let's call it Adam. That can't possibly be an LLC. I just made that up just to illustrate. So pretend that's the name of the LLC who is signing up for your service for this particular engagement proposal. Okay, I'm going to make up a street address, and then we're going to throw in a fake city. Let's make up a street address, 123 West. How about we call it West East Street? And notice the little asterisks. These are required fields. So on address, they've got to fill in, they even have to, you've got to put in country even, by the way. Okay, so let's say, I don't know, Suite 111. Okay, what city? Let's see what we got here. How about, okay, let's do this. Let's do Atlanta. Good, very good. And let's do, that would be Georgia. And I'm going to just try to remember an Atlanta zip. I think that might be. This is just for fun, though. It doesn't really matter. It's not a real order. This is just to demonstrate. Okay, let's just pretend that's the phone number. Now the email, let's make up Jane's fake email just for illustrative purposes. I'm pretty sure that's not a real email address, but pretend that was Jane's. So she's filling this out. Now, we decided that her office is in Atlanta, but it turns out that the state of incorporation for this LLC is not Georgia. Let's pretend that it is Delaware. So we put DE there. Now, here we go. These are little check boxes. Notice they are required fields, right? You want to make sure they're agreeing to your terms and conditions. So she's looking at this. Jane is looking at this, sitting in her chair at her house or sitting at her desk, looking at this online. Super, super simple. I represent that I am authorized to sign this engagement proposal, that I have read all of the terms of engagement on the previous page, and that's when we were over here, okay? And agree to be bound by them, okay? That's also referring to those additional terms that we would put down at the bottom. Okay, Jane has to check that. It's a required field. Now, is she signing as an individual or is she signing as an officer of a corporation or LLC? Obviously that. Now, digital signature, Jane can simply indicate her signature by typing her name in. We'll set her name was Jane Doe. So just by typing that in, required field, okay? So when this order gets processed, by the way, your law firm, whoever you designate, or you could have a couple of people be designated, will get an email from the online vending machine confirming all of this information for you and also indicating that the retainer fee at the shopping cart checkout, which we're going to get to next, that's already been sent to your law firm bank account. So we've got client number one's the LLC. Now we're going to scroll down and we're going to click this. She is going to click this button, select this engagement. So let's do it. It says adding and then boom. Now this is the simplest part. You notice there's only 3 steps to the order being processed, okay? And the retainer amount. Now, I'm going to do a separate video where I talk about the differences between a refundable retainer deposit, which can be a pain from a trust accounting standpoint and not wanting credit card fees to be taken off of client deposits when they're not earned fees and all that. As opposed to, check your jurisdiction, and I'll cover it in a separate video, beginning to characterize your retainers as non-refundable retainer fees instead of refundable retainer deposits. Can make things very simple for you. So whichever account this goes into, whether it's your general operating, whether it goes into something else, imagine this is wired directly to go from the system, the money, boom, charged to her card, and then boom, into your account. Now, Jane may prefer that her receipt for something like this go to her bookkeeper. So let's pretend that her bookkeeper's email address is this. Just made that up. And the step 1, hit continue. So simple. Payment is step 2. She can pay with 4 different cards, either Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express. Puts the card number in here, puts this 3-digit code on the back, expiration, you know how that works. You've shopped online before, and so have all of your clients and prospective clients. Or some people prefer PayPal. There you go. There's PayPal as an option, or the Visa card. Billing information from the card, and we hit continue. Now, I'm not going to hit continue because I haven't filled this in, but I simply want to point out that the 3rd step is as simple as it's that last opportunity. She gets to review the order and click the confirm button, or to confirm the order, and that's going to cause her card to be charged. The retainer fee is automatically sent to your bank account. You get an email showing exactly which engagement proposal she signed up for. You get to see what she typed in as her signature, that the boxes were checked, all comes by email. And it's extremely quick and easy. Clients absolutely love this solution. And I'm going to cut back to the regular studio so we can talk about how we go from 25 steps to make it simpler for you and your staff, quicker for you to get the client signed up, quicker to get the money into your account, no special trip to the bank with a check and a deposit slip. So let's talk about 25 steps to 1. How long does it take your person to get that engagement letter draft ready for you? Do they have it the same day? Does it sometimes roll into next day? How much time is passing? So your legal assistant, let's say it's John, has to take time to get the first letter. He's got to type it, perhaps in Word, get the address C information correct, get the scope of engagement correct, make sure he's got everything filled out. Does he have the retainer right? Now you've got to find time in your schedule to be able to look at that draft. So there's another step. And now you're looking at it, you realize John got the client wrong. It's the signature block maybe had Jane Doe as an individual, but it turns out it's that LLC. So you've got to mark that up, maybe give some edits, or maybe walk up and interrupt John, talk to him, no, we need to tweak this, change this. So you've got to get all that in there, and then you've got to get it weighed, and then they've got to get the postage right. There's a few steps. Then they've got to get it to the outbound post box. So it's got to go through the mail, and number one, we hope that the mail doesn't get lost. That happens occasionally, a small percentage of the time. So it's got to go through the mail. How long will that take? A day? 2 days? 3 days? How far is the client? And then they go to their mailbox, and like a lot of people, they've got catalogs and junk mail and coupons and bills, and they come in from their mailbox, and what do they do with their mail? Not everybody, but a lot of people just put it aside. Well, we'll just leave that pile there. I'll look at it later. Now, in that pile, buried, is your engagement proposal. How many days does it take them to actually notice it? Because it's in a white envelope. Maybe it's ecru or cream or whatever, but it's in with a lot of other stuff. And then finally, the thing gets back to you. Now, how many days have elapsed? So your staff member brings in the mail, and now either you or your bookkeeper or somebody opens up the envelope from them, has to make sure everything's in order. There's a step. Did everything get signed? Okay. Is the check in the right amount? Is the check legible? Did the dollar amounts match? You sometimes have that. They forgot to sign the check. And now you've got to get that deposit to where? To the bank. Where's the bank? It might be right next door, but most likely it's across town. So you've got to, somebody, maybe not you, but a staff member, somebody's got to run to the bank. So when I talk about going from 20 to 25 steps and eliminating many of those steps, what are we doing? We're decreasing the timeline, okay, so that you can get your engagement finalized quicker. Your designated person who handles the engagement process, if you have 16 different proposals on your vending machine, she will have 16 different Word documents that have just this little simple template. And at the top, it'll have the basic instruction telling them to click the link, and the link takes them to your website, and it'll have a temporary password for just that proposal. That's what we mean by the template. Now, she will go to the correct template, in this case, the small claims engagement. She will copy that template. She'll go to her email and paste it. That's why I sort of say it's 1, maybe 2 steps. Copy, paste. There's 2, okay, depending on how you're counting. Hit send on the email to the prospective client. Done. That's it. It's really, really simple. The clients are going to be amazed because before they get home, the engagement proposal is already there. I've mentioned that. We're going to be coming out also, by the way, in addition to following us on Twitter, and again, our Twitter handle is the little @ symbol and then Law Firm Rev, R-E-V. Make sure to follow us so you can get updates in real time. Also want to mention our website. You want to bookmark this, lawfirmrevolution.com, and check out our latest microbook. I've got a separate video explaining this. It's microbook solution number 1, the secret to gaining 31 extra days of free time per year. And this particular microbook, we've got over 200 law firm solutions. What you've seen tonight is solution number 2 out of 200. Okay, this is the online vending machine. All right, so if you like that solution, believe me, I've got 198, actually more than 198, more than 200 solutions. Solution number 1 is already in microbook print. It's a paper book. It's available on our website, lawfirmrevolution.com. And gosh, send us your comments. We also have a place, by the way, on our website. If you go to our book series tab, you'll see there's a place you can put a book review in. And we'd love to get feedback from you. We may mention you in your endorsement if you like our products, and we'll go from there. So I'm Matt Mercer. Thanks for staying with me. It's been a late night here at lawfirmrevolution.com, and look forward to bringing our next solution to you as well.